What is up, YouTube, and welcome to this Adam Project breakdown and review. I'll be honest, I didn't have much hope for this Netflix movie, but it is reuniting the Free Guy team of Ryan Reynolds and Sean Levy. Now, Free Guy had no right to be as bloody good as it was. I went to see it because I have an Odeon Limitless card, which lets you watch as many movies as you want for like £14 a month in the UK, so I pretty much go and see everything at the cinema that I can. And this movie here was just as good as Free Guy. This was an 80s throwback, reminding me of the fantastic movies that I grew up watching with my dad, like Flight of the Navigator, E.T., and many others. It did capture that nostalgia vibes. It also helps that the kid who plays young Adam was absolutely hilarious and matched Reynolds' style, delivery, and you really did believe that this was a younger version of the character. I thought that this was great. Now, Reynolds, he is pretty much the same in almost every movie, but do you know what? It works. It does work with him. The only films I felt tired of watching him in was The Hitman's Bodyguard, which I thought was pretty dull, to be honest. But there will be spoilers in this video, so please do be warned. The movie opens in 2050, and the CGI is pretty darn stunning here. They got that Netflix money, as we open with Adam, who has stolen or taken back a fighter jet linked to his DNA, and he jumps to the past. His goal was to go back to 2018 to find his wife, who is presumed dead, but ended up in 2022, 4 years later than intended. The pair were seemingly a sort of resistance against Saurian, his dad's former friend and partner. We cut to his younger self, whose father has sadly passed away a year ago, and he's struggling with bullies at school, all the while making his mother's life misery as she had to come to school and deal with him, and, well, she's grieving and dealing with everything, and, well, it's a pretty tough time for her. Luckily, she's got a date, but he is grounded as his older self arrives in the back garden after Hawkins, their dog, finds him. Now, I wonder, as it's very, very much like when Elliot met E.T. in, E.T. when he meets his self there in the garage. And the whole vibe is also similar to the party meeting 11 in Stranger Things. Now, the older Adam says he has gone to the wrong time and explains that he came here on a rescue mission, and he has a rather amusing farting blood wound on his stomach. But that means he can't use his plane. It won't give him clearance to fly. But luckily, he has his younger self with him, who is healthy. The interaction between the pair was hilarious as young Adam works out that, well, hey, you're me. And they discuss time travel. When you go to the past, you don't remember the effect you have on there. You just actually get your memories when you go back to the future. So when you go back to the future, your time kind of like sets in stone. It's a fast and loose one. And I feel like the movies now aren't really doing that whole Back to the Future vibe. They're not trying to like exactly just say, yeah, it's like Back to the Future. They just laugh at the fact that someone says it's like Back to the Future. So you can go back and affect the past, which is what the villain Saurian has been doing, essentially using the Financial Times instead of the Sports Almanac. Young Adam mugs off his mother's date, and we get a funny scene where young Adam asks if he gets laid in the future, about the muscles, and if everyone skips leg day in the future, which was hilarious. Hey, if I looked as buff as Ryan Reynolds did, well, and came back to my past self and was like, hey, you're going to look like this in the future, I'd have some questions. However, old Adam needs to go to the drag store to get patched up. But, well, he also explains how he regrets how he treated his mother in the past. She has no one while she has him. It's quite a poignant moment, and Reynolds does display some really, really good acting chops here, despite me saying he's pretty much the same in everything. But hey, if it's not broke, you don't fix it. And, well, he tries to get his younger self to have a formative fight but it doesn't work. He doesn't really understand how to be a father figure because most of his life he didn't have the father figure, as he also discussed his father's death with his mother in a heartfelt moment. It's not long before they are actually chased by Saurian's people, and a fight breaks out. The fight was good. We had some great action, cool weapons, and the deaths looked like the time stick effects in the Loki TV show, but it looked dope nonetheless. It was invented by mistake, and Saurian has taken control of it, but unknown to them, well, she went back in time, gave herself on tips what to invest in, and made a horrible future. They're saved by Adam's wife Laura, who comes in the past to run that assist and tells them everything. Saurian made it look like she didn't jump to the past, and Laura went down presumed dead. It was covered up. They need to go back to when their father was alive and convince him to stop inventing time travel, which causes a problem as they are attacked, and Laura needs to fight alone as young Adam has to control the ship as older Adam is injured. They cannot risk those two being killed. While Laura will forget him, they are destined to be together, as we saw at the end of the movie, due to there being fixed points. And they escape after quite a really cool flight scene maneuver. And emotionally, they meet their dad, who is played by Mark Ruffalo, who seems to be just playing Bruce Banner here, but I don't mind. I really liked Mark Ruffalo in this movie. It's nice how he instantly knows that Adams are his sons, and they explain everything. And I found it funny how his dad was like, wait, is there like an ethics board? How does it work? Like, you shouldn't be here, blah, blah, blah. Well, no, it's a future cyberpunk hellscape because people abused a fantastic technology, almost like how crypto and NFTs on paper, they could have been a good idea, but they've been ruined by greedy rich people. We see Saurian go back to herself and warn that Adam is on his way to stop what they've done, and Adam wants his dad to help, but initially he doesn't, and leaving them to go to the generator alone, but he runs the assist again, just like Laura, and they blow up the generator. Funnily enough, the generator gets blown up by accident as Saurian shoots Adam, but takes young Adam hostage, only for science to win the day, as the bullet twists because of, like the metal in it is attracted to the generator, and the day's saved pretty much. The father doesn't want to know how he dies, which is heartbreaking. And, well, it's a kind of a sad ending, but we do see them disappear. Time is fixed, and we see how Adam's marriage is a set point as he meets his wife again. I loved this movie. It was a solid sci-fi flick with tinges of the 80s classics like E.T., Fly the Navigator, and many, many others. It was an absolutely fun thrill ride, and I want more from it. I want a spin-off. I want this to be a franchise. Well, maybe it won't be, but I hope it has success because I think that Red Project movie did really well. A lot of people watched it, but no one really talks about it. So I hope this does well. A solid movie for me. But that is it for this video. Please drop a like down below. Do subscribe with notifications on, and I'll see you soon, and goodbye.